Magandang araw mga sipnayan! Welcome to Sir Ocnic's YouTube channel. In this video, we will define a sector of a circle and we will find the area of a sector of a circle. A sector of a circle is said to be a part of a circle made of the arc of the circle along with its two radii. It is a portion of the circle formed by a portion of the circumference or arc and a radii of the circle at both endpoints of the arc. The shape of a sector of a circle can be compared with a slice of pizza or a pie. There are two kinds of sectors, the major sector and the minor sector. As you can see in the figure, a major sector is a sector wherein it is more than half of the circle, while the minor sector is a part or sector of the circle that is less than half of the circle. In this figure, the major sector is the yellow shaded region, while the minor sector is the green shaded region. Segment of a circle. A segment is a region bounded by a chord of a circle and the intercepted arc of the circle. A segment with an intercepted arc less than a semicircle is called a minor segment. A sector with an intercepted arc greater than a semicircle is called a major segment. Just like in sectors, segments have also two types, the major segment and the minor segment. The major segment in the figure is the blue shaded region, while the minor segment of the circle in the figure is the yellow shaded region. As you can see, the major segment is more than half, while the minor segment is less than half. In this figure, we can now differentiate what is a sector of a circle and a segment of a circle. The sector of the circle is the green shaded part, while the segment of the circle is represented by the blue shaded part. The area of a sector of a circle is given by the formula n all over 360 times pi times r squared, wherein n is the measure of the central angle of the sector. Find the area of sector XMN given the following. The given facts based on the figure are the measure of angle XMN, which is the central angle, is equal to 65 degrees, and the measure of segment XM, which is the radius, is 4 centimeters. Substituting these values to the formula, you will arrive at area is equal to 65 all over 360 times the value of pi, which is 3.14, times the square of r, which is equal to 4 squared. 65 all over 360 is equal to 0.18 times 3.14 times 4 squared, which is equal to 16. Simplifying the whole equation, we will arrive at 9.04 square centimeters. That means that the area of sector XMN is equal to 9.04 square centimeters. Find the area of sector RMP given the following. The given facts based on the figure are the measure of angle RMP, which is the central angle, is equal to 95 degrees, and the measure of segment RM, which is a radius, is equal to 5 centimeters. Substituting these values to the formula for the area, we will arrive at area is equal to 95 all over 360 times 3.14 times the square of r, which is equal to 5 centimeters, 5 squared centimeters. Simplifying 95 divided by 360, that is equal to 0.26 times 3.14 times the square of 5, which is equal to 25. Getting the product of the three numbers, you will arrive at the area of sector RMP, which is equal to 20.41 square centimeters. Find the area of sector ELC given the following figure. The given facts are the measure of angle ELC, which is the central angle, is 112 degrees, and the measure of segment LC, which is a radius, is equal to 6 centimeters. Substituting these values to the formula, we will arrive at A is equal to 112 all over 360 times the value of pi, which is 3.14, times the square of r, which is 6 squared. 112 divided by 360 is equal to 0.31 times 3.14 times the square of 6, which is 36. Getting the product of these three, you will have the area of sector ELC, which is equal to 35.04 square centimeters. Find the length of segment LM given the following. Based on the given figure, the given facts are the measure of angle LMR, which is a central angle, is 80 degrees, and the area of the sector LMR is equal to 6.22 square centimeters. Substituting these values to the formula for the area of the sector, you will arrive at 6.22 times or is equal to 80 all over 360 times the value of pi, which is 3.14, times the square of r. Simplifying 80 divided by 360, you will arrive at 6.22 equals 0.22 times 3.14 times r squared. Getting the product of all the numbers at the right side of the equation, you will arrive at 6.22 equals 0.70 times r squared. Dividing both sides by 0.70, you will arrive at r squared equals 9. Therefore, the value of r, or the length of the radius, is equal to 3 centimeters. Find the measure of angle PST given the following figure. The given facts are the measure of segment ST, which is the radius, is 4 centimeters, and the area of the sector PST is equal to 3.52 square centimeters. Substituting these values for the formula of the sector, area of the sector, you will arrive at 3.52 equals n all over 360 times the value of pi, which is 3.14, times the square of the radius, which is equal to 4 squared. That will be equal to 3.52 equals n over 360 times 3.14 times the value of 4 squared, which is equal to 16. 16 times 3.14 is equal to 50.24. To eliminate 50.24, we need to divide both sides of the equation by 50.24. The equation will now be n over 360 equals 0.07. Multiplying the whole equation by 360 to eliminate the denominator, that is equal to n equals 25. That means that the measure of sector PST is equal to 25 degrees. Let us now summarize what we have discussed in this video. The area of the sector is said to be a part of a circle made of the arc of the circle along with its two radii. It is a portion of the circle formed by a portion of the circumference or arc and radii of the circle at both endpoints of the arc. There are two types of sector. The major sector, which is more than half of the circle, while the other is the minor sector, which is less than half of the area of the circle. The formula in finding the area of a sector of a circle is given by A equals n all over 360 pi r squared, wherein n is the measure of the central angle of the sector and r is the radius. Let us now check your knowledge. Do not forget to pause the video while you are doing the activity. Find the area of sector NLD given the following. The given facts based on the figure are the measure of angle NLD, which is the central angle, is equal to 140 degrees, and the measure of segment LD, which is a radius, is equal to 4 centimeters. Substituting these values to the formula, you will have area of the sector equals 140 all over 360 times the value of pi, which is 3.14, times the measure of the radius, which is 4 squared. 140 divided by 360 is equal to 0.39 times 3.14 times the value of 4 squared, which is equal to 16. Getting the product of these three numbers, you will get the area of the sector NLD, which is equal to 19.60 square centimeters. Find the length of segment AB given the following. The given facts based on the figure are the measure of angle ABC, which is equal to 124 degrees, and the area of the sector, which is equal to 52.31 square centimeters. Substituting these values to the formula, you will arrive at 52.31, which is the area of the sector, equals n, which is 124 all over 360, times the value of pi, which is 3.14, times r squared. 124 divided by 360 is equal to 0.34. 0.34 times 3.14, you will have 1.07 times r squared. Dividing both sides of the equation by 1.07, you will arrive at r squared equals 49. That means that the measure of the radius of the circle is equal to 7 centimeters. Find the measure of angle PST given the following. In this figure, angle PST is the measure of the central angle. The given facts are measure of segment ST, which is 2 centimeters, and the area of the sector, which is 1.38 square centimeters. Substituting these values to the formula of the area of the sector, you will arrive at 1.38 is equal to n over 360 times the value of pi, which is 3.14, times the square of r, which is equal to 2 squared. Simplifying the equation, that would be 1.38 equals n over 360 times 3.14 times the square of 2, which is 4. 4 times 3.14 is equal to 12.56. Dividing both sides by 12.56, you will arrive at n over 360 equals 0.11. To eliminate the denominator, multiply the whole equation by 360. That means that the value of n, or the measure of the central angle, is equal to 40 degrees. Thank you for watching Sir Ocnic's YouTube channel. If you think that this video is a big help, hit like, feel free to share, and do not forget to subscribe. Always have fun in learning math.